Hey, this is Noogie from Guardian Tales Guides, and we're going to go into kind of a post-expedition relic kind of overcap or like recap, right? Over what I've found to work, what I've learned so far. So this is the final district. As you can see, I was fortunate enough to get some good proofs, and I actually just got there the first day of the second patch. Notice you can't rake up yet, even if you don't have to do random drops to rank up. You just need to beat the final boss, which is just gear dependent, but not ultimately that hard. You don't have to beat them in a chain. You can beat them in a chain and then just kind of waffle through. But either way, we'll get into that in a different video. Main thing here is you want relic obtain chance, and you want it high. I've just happened to have a lot of relics, but the first thing I did was get my relic obtain chance up. That's kind of crucial, right? So you'll see it here. Basically every piece of gear that I have, it's a 5 or 4.5. And the reason why is the first stat you give a damn about is relic obtain chance. I mean, if you get some cool stuff, do you want to put it to rating real quick? I did that too. But yeah, like all of this is about relic obtain chance. The first two groups I actually use. The third group, the Veronica team, I don't really use. So it's got kind of a defensive stat because why not, right? You don't really care about the bonus that much. But yeah, it's all relic obtain chance. You want 55% or better, and why not? If you're going to be sweeping these things a lot and spending stamina, why not? You want to get it to the point where you're getting a relic every run. You're going to get predominantly basic relics or common or normal, whatever they are, but you want a chance to get every relic. And this is kind of the payoff, right? So these are my unique relics, 50 something of them. Yeah, so being that I've obtained them so easily, I don't care about common or rare ones at this point. I just break them down. So I have usually something, or like I think I had like 1,800 arcane crystals today. So, and you can see all the magic powder. I've spent a lot of stamina on this. This isn't just like super luck. I've put a lot of stamina into this, right? Because why not? But yeah, I mean, like you'll see the stats. There's a lot of stats on them, right? Like they're all very specific purpose. Like the big discussion is Eternity versus Holy Vow. Which one's better? Holy Vow is a little bit better. The attack buff is actually kind of like a party attack buff, not your normal attack buff. But for certain instances, crit is really useful. So the other one's there. Or like Eternally Unity kind of wins it out for me. Just understand, I have about 52 of those bad boys, 52 uniques. And I've only got one offensive, And also, like, as far as what you sweep, I sweep the 7th trial. I used to sweep the 6th trial, but I typically whenever I could, I try to sweep a trial in the same district I can advance to, right? I don't care about how far, like the 9th or the 7th or 8th. I just get the easiest one because why not? The other thing is it's just like I said, it's crazy rare to get a fully offensive one. That is my only real offensive relic out of all of them. That's got crit, attack, and it's on an actual, Holy Vow, which is an attack buff. That's my only one. I have 2 of those that are defense party buffs, which I can't really use for rating, but that's it. 1 out of 52-ish or so. And it's ironic because I don't have 4 of that type with enough stats that I can actually go and do it. I can actually use that for raid, so I have to wait with that one before I can actually get into a raid. The other thing here is that I've just come to understand certain stats do certain things, right? Obviously, there are rating ones, which is damage dealt to boss monsters, right? That's obviously for rating. For Coliseum, you have the PvP damage. I could probably buff that up just a smidge. But Arena doesn't get benefit from the stage buff. So because it's a 4-party stage buff, if you have 4 people, they get the buff. Currently, Arena does not get the stage buff. The one I'm circling here, that's what I use for co-op, and the melee counterpart is what I use for melee heroes. For Scarecrow, I actually use crit multiplier, but I haven't really got into that to a great extent. Just kind of going back to the farm here because we got new crops coming in, and the crops, I mean, there's like XP and hammers. We don't really care about that at this point. If you can do any level of expedition, you probably don't care about XP. But you can get coffee and hero crystals, which are always good. To buy those, you'll have the caravan. The caravan is going to come tomorrow for KR, but it'll come, you'll buy it with soul points, you'll buy it with gems, and that's going to be the way it is. And you're going to just play them like anything. You'll also be able to level up your house to a higher level and get 36 total crop tiles, which you really don't need that much now anyway. So there's, outside of getting proofs, there's nothing for golden petals if you've exhausted them, because I have something like 8 sitting around, but that's kind of it. I mean, that's where we're leading. New content in October for Expedition. But if you like the video, if you like the content, feel free to subscribe. It's always helpful. Thanks.